EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this New Year's Day matchup. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals, and it's all up next.
On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard, and we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as the default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And away we go in Glendale. Here's Greg Dortch with the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. So here are the Cardinals now, headed out for their first drive. And they'll be led out by a #1 pick out of Oklahoma. One of the game's better runners, it's Kyler Murray.
One of the beauties of the quarterback position is it's not cookie cutter. QBs come in all different shapes and sizes. Some are 5'10", some are 6'6". Some are better on the run, some are better in the pocket. For Kyler Murray, and he is at his best when he's playmaking. When his athleticism, that dual threat nature comes to life, that is when he is typically a defense's worst nightmare.
Ready to start this drive with Connor. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Xavier Woods up to make the tackle.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun, here's Murray. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Kyler looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Shaq Thompson. And the Panthers get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall.
They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Chance to stack some momentum if they can turn this turnover into 6. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. Diving for the goal line, and it's not free! And Carolina makes the house call. Touchdown! The Panthers picked up the fumble and ran it home. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. Now he gets set to see the Cardinal offense for the second time. And they got off on the wrong foot here with that opening drive interception that led to points the other way.
Yeah, and what this defense has shown is they are going to capitalize on your mistakes, and not just a little, but by a lot. So from here on out, you better play some mistake-free football because this defense is hunting for more.
They'll start this series with an option left. And he'll get it up to the 44. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
When they drop these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
The first down carry for Connor. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 46. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Out of the gun. Here's Murray. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a first down was just a run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw, Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Running left, it's Connor. Brushes him off with ease. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
3rd and just 2 to go. Right back to Connor. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. Tough sledding the last couple of runs. It's 4th and 2. So we've reached the end of one on the first day of the new year. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Facing fourth down now, the Cardinals turn to Matt Prater for the field goal. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. McManus sends it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Valus Jones now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now for the second time, we take a look at this Panther offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Young. Finds Sanders. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Shotgun snap now to Young. Connection made to Tremble. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Well, the defense was ready for that throw, stopping him right in his tracks, right at the line of scrimmage.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Young working from the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
You know, that's one of those situations you want to get your back in space. Well, you accomplish that. Unfortunately, you don't make anything happen because you don't bring the ball in cleanly.
So on 4th down now, the Panthers calling an All-Pro several times over. It's Johnny Hecker for the punt. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Out had the Cardinals now on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Connor. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Kyler throwing here. Has some daylight through the 40. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate, but the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, it's Murray. Escapes the pocket. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
Oh, man, those defensive players hate slippery quarterbacks. Near impossible to keep them hedged in or corral them behind the line there. He evades them long enough to turn a potential loss into positive yardage.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at Glendale. The Cardinals pushing for a score before the break. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the 43. Makes the connection to James Conner. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a Cardinals first down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Arizona.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
1st and 10, Murray. He's on the move. Now here he goes again. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Looks like we'll have a pause here. An injured Cardinal out there and in some pretty obvious pain after that play. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's Kyler to throw. It's reeled in by Benson. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Now Kyler. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off Josie Jewell. And the Panthers get the football just short of their 20 after the interception and return. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Here come the Panthers, taking over late in this first half. And leading just 7-3, might be better to take a knee and take the lead into the locker room. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Pass complete to Hubbard. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. That's the half, and what better way to start our new year than with some football. Great first 2 quarters here. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, sit tight. We'll get back to you and Brock in just a moment. But for now, this is our halftime report. Both these teams making their way out of the tunnel, and we're ready for the second half. And for the call, we send it back to Kate Scott and the other blonde bomber, Brock Hewer.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. Now Prater on to send it away. On the return, here's Jones. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out come the Panthers. Their offense has it first here to start quarter number 3. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Receiver in motion going left. Here's 2nd and 11. Connects with Hubbard. Jukes out a 1-stop. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Young throwing here. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Well, I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical 1st down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 38. He finds Sanders. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Brought to the ground by Kaiser White.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Young. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Staring at 4th down now, the Panthers electing to go with Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal try. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Dortch now to return it. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32. The Cardinals and Kyler Murray set to take over. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Here's Connor on the option. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play action now, Murray. Headed out right. He keeps it and takes off. And he'll get it up to the 44. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Cardinals first down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Murray here on first down. That pass is complete to McBride. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. So that brings us to the end of 3 on New Year's Day. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Connor trying the right side. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On first and 10, it's Murray. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Connor here from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. It's Connor again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
3rd and inches, and you hate to see that run go backwards. I just take myself back to a huddle, and you know you're imploring your guys, listen, just give us a little bit of a push and we will move the sticks. Instead, well, the defense is energized with that stop.
Offense looking confident, but they need 4 here on 4th down. Back to throw it. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's running for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
As much as you'd like to find a completion and get the ball out of your hands, when a play breaks down, you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on his ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that.
Yet another interception, and that could be what does it. And the Panthers see their return stop just a little bit short of their own 30.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Carolina offense headed out now. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And he's brought down up across the 30-yard line. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Panthers leading by 7. 2nd down now, 7 to go. They run again with Hubbard. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Hubbard again. Has the 1st and more past midfield. And he has this all the way across to the opposing 45. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. They send a tight end in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he works it deeper into enemy territory past the 40. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's a give to Hubbard. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
A kneel down here, and they can start to celebrate this win. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And it still shows up as a victory for them, Brock, whether they score 50 or they have a rough day putting points on the board. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Glendale.